Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bitesize. Here I am. How are you? Let me know in the chat. So, this is our live stream on a Monday. We do these Mondays and Fridays. We've got the long run show, the award winning long run show on a Friday at 7 o'clock with our panel of hosts. And then on Monday, I get to hang out with you guys and we talk about whatever we want to, really. So, evening, everybody. If you're listening to this as a podcast, thank you very much for taking me out on your run with you. I hope you're having a good run and you're hydrating because it's very warm out there at the moment over here in the UK. But yes, so thank you to everybody who has been downloading and listening to this as a podcast as well. I've got to turn this volume down a little bit. I think this might be a little bit too high. So this is a live stream. We get to talk about all sorts of stuff. Tonight we've got a big race announcement coming your way. We're going to be talking shoes as well. We've got the New Balance SC Trainer 2 that I want to talk about. We've got the Hoka Mac X that I want to talk about. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about actually the New Balance kit that arrived. We can talk a little bit about that. But most importantly, more than anything else, I want to hear from you. We're going to be discussing your comments, answering your questions. So get them into the live chat if you are watching this live. So that's how this show works. This show is driven by you. So where are we? Let's dive into that. So this weekend coming, I've got a race. Weekend just gone, we was out there doing a long run. If you listen to the show on Friday, you would know that we went out and ran for 2 hours. Marathon training is up and away. Again, if you didn't know, I'm training for the New York Marathon and another one, which I'll tell you about in just a second. So that was good. Trying this week to get some of the mileage up. So you'll see if you follow me on Strava. If you're not, make sure you over there follow me on Strava and on Instagram. But yeah, on Strava, you'll see my miles just slowly increasing over the next couple of weeks as we get up to the mileage that I need for marathon training. I've got 2 races back to back, and then it will really start to kick on. So that was the plan. That's why we went early. We did this sort of 20-mile plan as well, just to try and get some of that mileage in my legs, but also more importantly than anything else, to try and get the frequencies and patterns built in, ready to kick in. So that's where we're at. Thanks to all our members of this YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. You can do that. I think it's a couple of quid and it just supports the channel and it means a lot to me. Thanks to all the subscribers. And again, thanks to everybody who's listening to this on a podcast. Okay, right. So let's just scoot through. So it's already filling up the chat. Make sure, again, if you're watching this live, get involved in the chat, people. Any questions, any comments, whatever you want to talk about, we're happy to talk about them. So Bam Bam's here, Dawn's here, Kelly here is here, Martin, Stephen, Paul, Mark, Mick, there's Gary. Thanks, Gary. Sandra. So Paul, there's loads, and it's great to see so many people in the chat. And thanks very much. As I said, the show is all about you. So right, so let's start off with the big announcement. So the big announcement is that I'm going to be running the Berlin Marathon. I'm doing that with Skechers. We're doing that in September. So one of the reasons why we went early on the plan was to build into that and get that ready. I'm going to be using that purely as a training run. I'm not looking to run Berlin as a hard effort. Another reason, apart from obviously being there and getting all the footage and racing it, but it's also to lay a little bit of foundation for next year, because I'm targeting that as my, I don't know whether I should put this on my own noose around my neck, but try and go for that BQ next year in Berlin is the plan. But I don't know, I might even go for April and do London, whatever, but we'll figure that out. But the reason I'm doing, we picked Berlin was basically to lay the foundation ready so I can go and attack it next year. That's the idea. So this year was just literally going to, and this is the worst word, I'm going to fun run Berlin Marathon, if you can do that, because I do have New York 4 weeks later. But the timing works quite well. 4 weeks between the two should be enough, in particular if I use Berlin literally as a training run. So I'll look to, run that 4.5 hours, something like that, which I appreciate is quick for a lot of people. But I feel if I can get around there in that sort of time, I could sort of preserve myself ready to go for New York, because I would have done a lot of training by then. I had to do a lot of training for New York because it's apparently so tough. So that's the big news. So big shout out to the guys at Skechers for supporting this. This is going to be an epic adventure. If you're planning on going to the Berlin Marathon, let me know, and we'll see if we can meet up or do something along them lines on Saturday or whatever. So yeah, let me know. Well, you're in danger of earning too many official t-shirts. No, I'll be getting my own t-shirt. So yeah, so that's that. So that's the big news there. Got to give a shout out to everybody, and the comments are still coming through because my phone's over there and I can see it lighting up. Who's been commenting, liking, and watching the Boston 12 video today, the Adidas Boston 12. I did say to you it was worth the wait, but I wanted to really make sure that with high conviction before I came out with such a bold call on that shoe. And I'm quite confident and comfortable with what I've said about the shoe. And reading your comments, it seems like we all agree pretty much. It's obviously great that there's some people who don't agree, and I love that. But in general, the feeling is you guys are thinking the same way as me, which is just that it's a fantastic shoe. It really, really is. It was a bit crazy in here last week. We had so many deliveries coming, which was just amazing. But still, Gary, they've not managed to sort it out, so they arrive on a Monday for this show. But there you go. Really, really happy with the Boston 12. I can't recommend the shoe enough. I think it's great. Go over to Start Fitness. Use my code 40 runs. You're going to get it for about 125, 124 quid at the moment. It's a no-brainer, especially if, is it next week we find out about London? But if you get a London Marathon place or you're doing another marathon training block, I can't recommend it enough. If you're doing Couch to 5K, it's a great shoe as well. It's just a great shoe. It really is. There's nothing to worry about in terms of stability. There's nothing to worry about in terms of fit. It's just great. And the durability of the Continental rubber is going to be awesome. So, get yourself in there. Right. So last two bits. Let's talk about a couple of shoes that I've got, and then we're going to get on to you. So I want you to load up the chat as much as you can. All right. Because then I'm going to come on to you. So the first shoe is this. This is the SC Trainer from New Balance. So I had a kit drop from New Balance. A big shout out to the guys at New Balance and Believe in the Run. I'm holding it up on the podcast, by the way, the SC Trainer 2. These aren't out yet in the UK. They are in the US. So I've got a kit drop from the New Balance guys. I've got those. I've got an Elite version 3 in this bright yellow color. And I've got I should know what they're called, but like the Fresh Foam More trail shoes, which I wore yesterday. I did a cheeky little 3 mile, probably actually I think 2.7 loop up there, and I'm going out and I've got a trail run tomorrow night, so I'm going to wear them there again. But they felt great. So yeah, big shout out to the guys at New Balance for looking after me. The SC Trainer is phenomenal. I really enjoy it. I know I get excited about shoes. They've really improved it in terms of the stability within the shoe. It's still unstable, but it's bearable. Okay, so I think this is a very good shoe. It's very hard to pick between that and the Super Blast, just as a heads up. Yeah, so let's see. Let's get some mileage in that this week, and then we'll probably put out our first impressions early next week. Then we got this Hoka Mac X. Let me know if you've got this. I'm really not sure about this colorway. What do you think about the colorway? If you're watching this live, let me know on the colorway of this. Not really digging the colorway. Anyway, I'm going to put I filmed a video today on that. So I'll let you watch that tomorrow. First run only. Thoughts. But yeah, probably I'll leave you one word on that shoe, and it's underwhelmed. All right, I'll leave that with you. But let me know in the comments if you've got the Mac X. Be very interested to know with that. And it's very much a theme at the moment with these super trainers coming out. I'm nicking that from the guys from Believe in the Runs. Again, massive love to those guys. Make sure you subscribe to their YouTube channel. But the word super trainers, these sort of crossover shoes that have come, you've got bits of the super shoes. So the Boston 12 is a great example. You've got the greatest hits from the Adios Pro 3, and then you've chuck that into sort of a stable daily workhorse that's a little bit more durable and a little bit more set up for some of those daily miles. The Boston 12 is probably right at the end of the spectrum in terms of right close to a daily trainer, which is why I was raving about it today, and the cost. And then you've got like the other shoes where you've got like the SC Trainer um, 2, which is probably more towards the other end of the spectrum, which is right towards that racing shoe. You could comfortably wear this for a marathon, for example, if it suited you. And then you've got, the shoes in the middle, like the Mac X and the Speed 3 and all this sort of stuff. And you've got the Magic Speed 3 in there. There's so many shoes now in this sort of, this super trainer world that we're getting. I think it's the new norm personally. But so let me know what you think. Okay, right. So that's that. Let's dive in with what's going on here. So good evening to everybody. Thunder and lightning. Is it over in Northern Ireland? We love a little bit of Northern Ireland. Mick's still winding me up because he only keeps sending me pictures from the Dominican Republic. Thanks very much. I hope you're having a good time. And Adam's live. There we go. My man Adam. He's live for the first time. Thanks very much for joining us. What's this? First question of the evening. Again, get in the live chat and light the chat up with questions, comments, whatever you want to do. So, Bam, I've just started week 3 of my marathon training block. What shoes should I use for training sessions? Glide Ride 3, ASICS Metaspeed Sky. Takumi said, what a hero. He's got some really good shoes here. Takumi said 9 Adios Pro 3. I would blend them out. I would use the Glide Ride 3s for, your sort of, if you've got really a daily in there. No, so sort of your daily longer stuff. So just moving on out into the mileage. And then I would then use the Takumi Sen 9 for those speed sessions, for that faster work. So whatever that may look like. And then I would probably switch between the Metaspeed Sky or the Adios Pro 3, depending on what was going to be your ratio for some of that goal pace work that you're going to do. That's where I would be. You're quite heavy on plated shoes because even the Glide Ride's got plated shoes. I don't want to spend your money, but I would be looking for something. If I had that lineup, I'd be looking for something soft, comfy, and that would just like feel like I had my feet in marshmallows. So, for example, Nimbus 25 or Skechers Go Ride 11, something really, really comfortable that can just pick up some of that easy mileage where you're not looking to do anything. So I'd use the Glide Ride for the longer stuff. As I said, I'd use the Sky Plus or the Pro 3 for some of the goal pace work, and then the Takumi Sen for the speed work is what I would do. The girls brought home fish and chips tonight, and I had too many chips. There we go. Because I'm an athlete, as you'd expect. Oh, listen, there's Paul from Cyprus. What a legend. Hot Cyprus. I bet it's hot over there. Stephen's just started his training vlog for the Great North Run. Don't forget, Stephen, and everybody else who's listening to this, we've got a shakeout run at the Great North Run on Saturday. Whatever it is. So when you're booking your train tickets, and that reminds me, I must put that into the Facebook group. Train tickets are out. Make sure you try and book it so you get there to do the shakeout run. We're going to be doing it at midday. The reason we're doing it at midday is to get as many people there as possible. Best fast ASICS trainers for mild stability for a marathon. So is that for training or is that for wearing? I've not tried them, but Mike Kafuzi recommends the Edge. He's saying that's a little bit more stable than the Metaspeed Sky Plus. I was on a podcast with him and he recommended the Edge. So maybe give them a try, James, and let me know how you get on. Really appreciate that. Christopher loves the channel. Thank you very much. Been running 2 months now. 6 minute per K. Good lad. Well done. He's built up to 10K and enjoying it. Do I add more distance or try and get faster? I would do a little bit of both, but do it slowly. So eke out the distance, focusing on the speed work. So can't do both at the same time. I would just do a little bit of both at the same, within your training block, your training plan. I would just focus a little bit on each, but just slowly eke it out, just, a little bit at a time. Okay. Don't go trying to, tear it up on a sprint session, at track, and then don't try and go and run 20 miles. You got to build slowly. Okay. And your speed will come as your stamina builds up, by the way, and vice versa. Okay. Because your speed will help you get stronger which will then help your endurance. So that's what I would do. I want to get a PB for the... when's the Robin Hood half marathon? I want to do the Robin Hood half marathon because my girls are going to be doing the Robin Hood Panto this year. So I want to know where the Robin Hood half marathon is because I'm going to come and do it. Can somebody let me know, please, where the Robin Hood half marathon is and when it is? Hopefully I'm not in Berlin or New York. I want to invest in some carbon plates to help me along. What are your recommendations? I would go and get something cheap. Maybe pick up, Pro 3 or something like that if they're on sale. That's what I would do. It's just a quick one because I've just seen it. Sebastian, have you tried the Saucony Triumph 20? The reviews on the channel. Always check the channel. But we pretty much reviewed most of the latest shoes. There's some we don't get, but I've just seen that come in, Sebastian. I will come back to you later on the other stuff, but always check the channel because we have tried. I think we're definitely out. It's definitely out, the Triumph 21. It's not. I was just thinking whether it was embargoed because no, I'm not embargoed on that one. There's a couple that I've got that I'm not allowed to talk about, but it wasn't that one. Well, hopefully it wasn't. Yeah, it's definitely a video out. Let me know. Can someone check whether there's a Triumph 21 video? I swear I've done it. Okay, what's this, Mick? Watch the video this one of the Boston 12. All right, yeah. I think honestly, Mick, I think you're gonna like the Boston 12. I can't undersell it. It's so surprising, the Boston 12, because the Boston 10 and 11 was so bad. But if you remember, right, and I'm not just saying this, but I'll take you back a bit, guys, because I was the one who was saying at the start of the year, I want to see the Boston 12. Yeah, because I saw a sneak peek from the guys that Believe in the Run, and I saw the extra bit of sort of Light Stripe Pro carve out. I saw the Light Stripe 2.0, and I just saw the change in it. It looked a little bit better, and my feeling was right because it is that shoe that is, I think, is close to, not the best daily trainer, but it offers you a bit of everything. And this is the thing. I'm always looking for value, really. I know. You guys, you make me laugh by saying, "Well, everyday runner and he's running £300 shoes," but I get sent them, right? But if I'm looking at it from a normal person's point of view, at £124 on Start Fitness using my code, I don't think you can get a better value proposition. If you look at the Saucony, the Asics Super Blast, which is a phenomenal shoe, phenomenal shoe for marathon training, even if you're with a code, which I've got, and they're under there, I won't get them out now, but you're still talking £150, £160, which is a lot of money, isn't it? A lot of money for a running shoe. We've got a great video coming on Thursday, by the way. I challenged the guys at Start Fitness to kit me out with running kit for under £100 when I was up there. Because I was walking around the store. And you know what it's like? You see, and I'm not going to name the brands because admin's back now. But there's brands out there that obviously charge a lot of money for certain stuff, and that's great, and I wear, say Sky half tights, whatever they are, right? I'm lucky enough to be sent the stuff, so I'm conscious of the fact there's stuff's a lot of money, right? So I challenged the guy Start Fitness, and I said, kit me out, let's see what you got. Bit of summer running, and they did do that, and the results are out on Thursday. So it's a great example of the fact that you don't need to be paying through the nose. And that's the point with the Boston 12. You're getting incredible value. You're getting a high-quality shoe, which will do all your marathon training, half marathon training, 10K training, whatever you're doing, or even, what's it called? Park run. You're doing park run and you want to, improve your park run time. That's a shoe that's going to help you. So, check it out. There's no stability issues with the shoe. There's no durability issues so far. From what I've seen from everybody, all the testers, no durability concerns about the shoe, especially with that Continental rubber on it. And you're going to get it cheaper because the stuff is going to get discounted down. So, there we go. Rant over. Hey. How is everybody? Chilling out like me? I tell you what, it gets warm in the studio. It's not even a studio. I don't know, I call it a studio. Evening, Chris. Hope you're well. Just started my block for York. Currently running the Glycerine 19s and Next Percent 2s. Looking for a recommendation for a race shoe that I can also throw into my training also. So a race shoe. So again, the Boston 12 is, I would say, I hand on heart say to you, you could quite comfortably run that in a marathon or half marathon. Is it the quickest shoe out there? No. Is it the most comfortable shoe for that distance? Probably not. I think there's other shoes that suit that better. But he's looking for a race day shoe that he can also put into my training. So I would say I would look to pick up, like the Pro 3, Saucony Pro 3. If you could pick up the Adios Pro 3 cheaper, I've seen them for 150, 160 pounds. So you might be able to grab them and throw them into your training, but do some of that goal pace work, in those. And then use the glycerines are going to have probably about 1 million miles on them still. So can continue to use those. Glycerin 20 is a good shout, by the way. I watched your rehydration electrolytes video. Yeah, if you've not seen that, check that out. Totally unpaid video I did. I sourced a load of hydration tablets myself and tasted them, tested them, and used them. Still using them. So it's not BS. This is not like a channel that gets sent stuff and gets paid to make videos about that and then never uses the stuff. This is one of those products. I can't remember. I think it's ORS. So yeah, do you have a discount code for the High Five brand? But no, interesting enough in High Five, because the point of that video, one of the main things that come out of it, I buy the High Five and I buy the Sports and Science hydration tablets more than anything else, purely because I find them cheap, because I get them close to sell by date. But at the moment, Simon on Sunday or Saturday, whenever we did our long run, he said that at the moment he's struggling to get them because he sources them and then I'll give him the money, but he couldn't get them. So I would watch out. I would hunt around online for the High Five ones that are close to sell by date. They will come soon. Like we got a load literally had to be done in a month or two. But I drink this stuff like it's going out of fashion. This is already my third or fourth jug since I got home. That's how much I'm drinking, guys. I wouldn't recommend going mad on these things because some of them have got high sugar in. I picked some that haven't got high sugar in. So just watch that. Okay, right, moving on. Look at this. Look at you heroes coming in. I love it. I love the fact that you guys are in here commenting and chatting away. I just think it's amazing. Right, Andy, evening 40, looking for a decent marathon training plan. Yeah, I can sort you out with that, Andy. I'm writing a lot of plans at the moment. So if you want a personalized plan, I don't know whether you guys, maybe you don't know this, but I'm a qualified athletics and running coach. So I coach clients one-to-one and I write a lot of training plans for people. So if that's something that you want to do, I don't advertise it that much. Sorry about that. Maybe I should. But yeah, so if you're looking for a training plan, we do have some white shelf, pull off the shelf ones on the website. But if you want a personalized one, you can grab one on the website, book it up, and I'll see you on a Zoom call in the future. Yeah, there we go. Right. Matt, 40, have you ran in the Adios 8? No. Have you run in the Adios 8? Okay, right. So the Adios 8, right? I could get the shoe if I wanted it. I could source that. But I'm not sure whether I can be bothered. And that's being completely open and honest with you. I'm not really a big fan of these racier 5K workout shoes, if that makes any sense. I much prefer something a little bit more tempo, so a little bit more forgiving than those sort of shoes. Yeah, that's kind of me. So I'll give you an example. So on is it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. No. What day is it? Anyway, whatever day this week, I'm going to be doing some hill sprints. I'm actually going to put on the New Balance SC Elite 3s that they sent me. So I'm going to wear a race shoe. So I might even wear a Vaporfly 3, or I might wear a Rocket X2. I'll wear one of those shoes that I've got to do that work. I'm not a big fan of shoes like the Adios 8. It's personal preference, and I know a lot of people love it. I just don't see the point of them. I also don't see the point of having the Adios 8 and the Takumi Sen 9. I don't get that. I mean, one or the other. I don't get the difference. Well, I know obviously there's differences in the technologies and what's in the shoes, but I don't see the point of having both of them out there in this world. So on the Adios 8, I'm still undecided, to be honest with you. one part of me thinks, yeah, get it because you guys want to see a review and all that sort of stuff. But then on the other side, I can't really be asked to make a video about a shoe that I'm not really fussed about, and I'll probably end up slating it anyway because I'm not really in the mood to be using something like that. It's different if if you're doing like track sessions and things like this, then maybe. But I'm not doing that sort of stuff. And I'd much prefer, like I said, just using the race shoes that I've got because I've got loads of race shoes that I could just grab and just use. I'm such a fortunate position to be able to do that. So that's why I kind of fancy. So I don't know. Look, you guys let me know. Should I get the Adios 8? Maybe we'll put up a poll. What do you think? Gary, huge congratulations for Berlin. Thank you very much. So yeah, if you missed the start of the show, I'm heading to Berlin with Skechers. We're going to be doing the Berlin Marathon. I'm fun running it. I'm not looking to run a time there. Thanks for all the things. Right, here we go. Did you ever think you would say I'm going to fun run a marathon? No, Mike, I agree with you. It's definitely not a thing that I would ever think I would say. I would never think in a million years that I would be running the Berlin Marathon and the New York City Marathon and the London Marathon all in one year. I just think I'm incredibly blessed. That's down to you guys tuning in, watching live, being parts of the 40 Runs running community, being part of the 40 Runs running club, following me on Instagram, getting involved in the videos like you do, and all this sort of stuff that's come my way. And it's all down to you guys that I'm being given these opportunities. So I can't thank you enough. And that's genuine. That's not BS, straight up, straight shooter as I am. Hopefully you know that by now. So these opportunities are down to you guys more than anything else. And I hope in some way that I represent you guys when I'm out doing these things as, as an everyday runner, someone who's come from, 5-hour marathon down to 3 hours and 40 minutes or whatever it was. Because I've worked hard at it. And struggle like you do with everything. So I just, I hope, I carry your torch as we go on to do these things. So thank you very much. Recommendations for sun cream, whatever Mrs. Ford's bought from Aldi. Ordered them today. The Takumi will be going back on arrival. So Andrew's got Boston 12. What a hero. What's this? This looks like a bargain. Just got the Rocket X2 for 86 quid. Right, well, you need to share where you got that because everybody needs to know where that is and we need to smash that. The Rocket X2 is a phenomenal shoe. If you saw my 5K PB time at the weekend, I put it out on Sunday. It was only a quick vid. I was wearing the Rocket X2. Cloud Monster. Not really done the Cloud Monster. Again, that was a shoe. Like the Adios 8, I just didn't see the point of it. We did a review. I think Al had them. But it wasn't a shoe that really... it was one of those. They send it all out to all the influencers and all this sort of stuff. They made a load of noise about it, and none of them ever wore it again. It was just like pointless. So yeah. Although a lot of people did like the Cloud Monster. I'm well on the way. Well, firstly, I've got to do the 6. I've got to do the 6 major T-shirts first. And once I get the 6 major T-shirts, all official, then I'm going for the 6-star medals. There's absolutely no way I'm going to get those. Can you imagine me going to Japan like Tobe did? Never going to happen. Bad enough getting on a plane going to Ibiza. Go on, 40. Running Berlin. Hayden must be working so hard. Exactly. He's out in Mexico. If you've not seen it on Instagram, check it out. Hayden, I didn't realise. I honestly didn't realise this. He's have you ever seen the Dos Ecos adverts? That's Hayden. I didn't realise that was him. So that's where he gets a lot of his fortune from. Is from his acting skills. So check that out on YouTube. P20. Oh, this is sun cream. There you go. Sun cream recommendations. I bought another pair of Skechers Speed Elite for 60 quid. Couldn't resist them at that price. Yep, we love a pair of Skechers, especially when it's 60 quid. Do you think, this is a good question, do you think the Boston 12 are better than the Saucony Speed 3? I think they're on par. And I think they're on par for a couple of reasons. I think, firstly, they are even more daily trainer focused than the Speed 3. The Speed 3 is a phenomenal shoe. Let's just put that right at the front end. The Saucony Dolphin Speed 3 is still arguably the best shoe you can buy out there. But I think the Boston 12 is probably on par because I think it offers a stable ride. I think it offers a durable ride. One of the issues I had with the Speed 3 is its durability. That foam that it's got, you can take lumps and bumps out of it quite easily. I don't think the outsole's particularly strong on it. I just think it doesn't necessarily suit everybody. Where the Boston 12, I don't have any concerns about durability of that shoe. The foams are sort of traditional. They're not like bits of polystyrene. Again, I love the Speed 3. Okay, so let's just put that there. I like the fit of it. I like the stability of it, and I just like the fact of how close it is to a daily trainer, but offering some of the tweaks that you get from that race day shoe. So I think you've got two very good shoes. If one doesn't work, then the other one will. I think that's the key. And for a long time, we didn't have a shoe that was like the Saucony Speed 3. Some people tried, but they didn't get close to it. But the Boston 12 is close to it. So that's why I was very excited. And that's why I took my time to make sure I said about that in today's video. Right, sounds like lots of start training for autumn marathons. Yeah, 3 weeks into a 20-week block for the Budapest Marathon. Wow, I love Budapest. I've been to Budapest. It's a great city. Looking forward to cooler days and less pollen. Oh, no, the pollen is a joke. The SC version 2. So, yeah, version 2. Watch your sizing on it. It's fuel cell. Just watch your sizing on the SC Trainer 2 if it's come out where you are or it's coming out. Great shoe. Absolutely love this shirt. I just think it looked great as well. I'm holding it up to the camera if you're listening to this as a podcast, by the way. Absolutely love it. Better than this looking thing. Look at it. Look. It looks like Little Mermaid. Yeah, I definitely get the SC Trainer too. When it comes out your way. I don't know when it comes. They did tell me New Balance, but I forgot. You like the Boston 12? I've finally got some Forever Runs for the long runs, and they're so soft to run. Thanks for the honest reviews. I appreciate that. Might wait a bit for the Boston. Yeah, listen, the Puma Forever Run, if you need a little bit of guidance, now the Boston 12 is a stable ride, but if you need that little bit of guidance, more than necessarily, on some of the other shoes, then the Puma Forever Run Nitro is a great shoe as well. I think that the Boston 12, the Forever Run Nitro, and the Propel version 4 are probably the 3 best shoes so far of the year that I've tried and I've been in, and I'm very much conscious of cost there. Okay, I think 2 of those shoes you can get for well under £100, Puma and the New Balance, and the Boston 12 you can get for £124, and it's brand new, like literally just come out. And so that's going to come down, right? So I think there's 3 shoes there that if one didn't work for one, then you're going to be able to get one of those shoes, and it's going to do phenomenally well for you over the rest of the year, okay, and beyond. Especially the Puma with Puma Grip, because Puma Grip's king. Boston 12 Hero, another Boston 12. Is there a 40 Runs group running that? Yes, there's loads of people from 40 Runs running the A6 10K. It is a funny one, the A6 10K, because of the way the starts work. You tend to see everybody lined up for about 1 million miles. I'm not sure what's going on the race day. I'm there filming, so I'm not sure I'm on media duties that day, so I'm not sure what everybody else is doing. So yeah, I'm effectively, and I'm going to use these words very lightly because it sounds like Toby, but I'm effectively working because we are creating content around the event. So if you see me, I'll most likely have a camera shoved in my face. I know I do that most of the time anyway, but I will generally be doing that. Right, so Bam Bam, he's got the Nimbus 24. They're like running on bricks. Okay, so we got to this earlier. Thanks so much, guys. Have you tried the Saucony or Speed 4? Speed 4, Speed Pro 4. I've seen them. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I've seen them. They look awesome. Wait for them. Triumph 21. We've definitely got a video out. 24th of September. I'm not sure if I can do that. I will, Gary. Might have to remind me about that one, but I fancy doing that. How did you do that sub 20? What's the secret? I just worked hard. Sounds funny, but I just worked hard. I made sure that I was doing. I just made sure I was doing a lot of goal pace work, that's really helped with my overall, endurance and stamina. And then I also had the most important thing, which was belief that I could do it. Yeah, I think it comes down to belief and getting through. You got a pain train that you're jumping onto, and you just got to get through it. If you're knocking on the door for that sub 20, then sometimes you just got to cowboy up and get on with it. Easier said than done. What about socking endorphin shift? Yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere near the shift 3. There's too many other good shoes out there at the moment. I really do think there's what's this? Oh, I love this comment. Don't bring Si to the Robin Hood. He'll hate it. There's some lumps in. Oh, brilliant, Matt. 100% we're taking Si to that one just for his review. What are we thinking, Matt? Already we're thinking like 1. Oh yeah, I'd love. I'm gonna. I don't remember what he's up to tonight. I'll give him a call after. So yes, Triumph 21 is out there. There we go. I wasn't going mad. Where's this from David Long? David, can you tell me to cowboy up? I've had a little loss of mojo this past week and need a kick up. David, where are you based? Please tell me where you're based. But yes, you do need a cowboy up. You need to get, if you're part of the global run club that we've got that goes out on a Monday and a Wednesday, you need to join that. There's 4 runs that you can pick a week and get out and do it. If there's one of our satellite groups locally, get along to that. Get yourself a race booked and just cowboy up and get on with it. There you go. Hope that helped. Looking to buy the ASICS Edge. How did you find the fit? As I'm loving, I find ASICS are one of the best for fitting true to size. The only shocker I've had this year with ASICS is the Magic Speed 3. That was the only shoe that I don't know if it was the motion wrap. But yeah, it was just a little bit tight. You have, yeah, you go. Triumph. Guessing that, yeah, I can't say nothing about the Pro and the Speed, but yeah, the Triumph is out. 40 is 12 weeks. Is 12 weeks enough time to play first marathon? Yep. Yeah, 100%. I'm guessing if you're running those sort of times, you've got a baseline fitness. So sure, why not? Absolutely, why not? Just lower your expectations. I wouldn't necessarily put the expectation of a time on there. I would just look to complete it and let nature take its course. Personally, evening, Chris. Bit late to the show, but just heard about that you're doing correct. I am doing the Berlin Marathon with Skechers. Awesome. Very lucky. Robin Hood is in Nottingham, probably another 30 odd miles further more than you came to Cannon Chase Park with the staff group. Oh, it's just a bit of a trek, is it? Okay, all right. Well, we'll see what we can do. As I said, I am tempted. ASICS have the Meta Speed on offer. I was underwhelmed by the Meta Speed. I think there's better out there, personally. Is the Puma Deviate Nitro Elite good enough as a daily train? No, I would say it's probably should be kept for faster workouts. It's a fantastic shoe, great value, but I would keep it for faster workouts. Oh, Adam, no, I didn't. Did you get her? Adam's asking, did I get a shoe discount code? No, you know what, bruv? Honestly, with Berlin and everything else coming my way, and there's some other bits that we're working on, some amazing stuff that if it comes off, would just be out of this world. So yeah, I've not got round to that, brother. So that's on me. Sorry, bud. Evening, Chris. A bit late to the show, but heard you're doing Berlin. Myself and my better half are running as well. So yeah, I'm thinking. I think we potentially look. We don't have the sort of amazing following like the guys that Believe in the Run and Kafuzi do for shakeout runs and things like that, because it's a relatively new thing over here in the UK. But I would love to get something together for Berlin if possible. Even if it's just like 3 or 4 of us just going for a run on Saturday. But I don't know. I need to be guided by you guys about that, really. I don't know if there's a park run in Berlin. I don't know. Let me know. I think this is something we need to work on, but we could do something, 100%. Good to see you at the summer solstice. Thank you very much. Good to see you too. Was it you who came up to me and asked me about setting up a running group? If it was, email me, hello@FORDYRUNS.com. I need to find a hydration tab that works for me. I use SIS-1 before London since then I have the high 5 trigger gout attacks. Which ones I would say are pretty easy? high five ones, if they don't work. I mean, you've got the ORS ones. That's what's in here, which I should probably take a sip of it. Hang on. And they're annoying if you're listening to on the podcast, someone drinking. Try the ORS ones. Evening, Chris. Penny. Just ordered the Boston 12 for marathon training, Lawrence. I was going to order New Balance 1080 version 12. Yeah, I'd wait for the 13. Hope the Boston 12 is going to give me comfortable and not too firm. Don't be one of those people who put on Light Strike and go, it's too firm. It does come to you, all right? Okay, it does come to you. And 2.0 is softer than any Light Strike I've ever put on. Best running sunglasses, I wear the Sun God ones. Also wear Gooder ones, which you can get at Start Fitness. Use my code, you're welcome. 40 runs. Just picked up a pair of Fresh Foam More for 84 quid, Hero. That's a good move. Bam Bam. My other half met you at Southend. You spoke to her about a couch survey. So much she's been smashing the park ranges to become a 40. What a legend. I had the absolute great pleasure of meeting Bam Bam and his missus, and she was doing couch to 5K. And I think, you know, as I said, I think before, I think people who do couch to 5K, that's harder than doing a marathon because you're coming so far out your comfort zone. It's unreal to have that belief that, you know, you can run for 3 miles. It's just from doing nothing. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So thank you for coming to say hi. What's this? Training for a 30K trail race, Hero. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily worry about marathon at the moment. Which shoes? I'm running through this because I'm conscious of the time, guys. Which shoes is best for daily training? My daily distance is 10 kilometers. I'd go for something comfortable. Go Ride 11s from Skechers. Unbelievable. If you're not doing anything that's crazy, it's so comfortable. It's ridiculous. Mike is struggling with the heat 2 days and having to rest the following days. There's sufficient amount of running for a marathon. He's running 2 days a week. Struggling with the heat. I'm running 2 days and having to rest the following day. So you're running 4 days a week. 3 days a week is fine, by the way, for a marathon. Absolutely fine. Just make sure you get a long run done. I don't think New York is that much slower than Berlin for mere mortals. Okay, I've got no idea. All I know is of New York is that the long, slow climbs over the bridges. That's all I'm aware of. And there's obviously a couple of naughty hills, apparently, towards the end of the race. Thank you, Penny. Super congratulations for Berlin. That's awesome. Thoughts on Nike Alpha Fly 2 for a first-time marathon runner? If you're running your first-time marathon, I would stay away from the Alpha Fly 2. Already got the Vaporfly 2, Next Percent 2 for training. I always find it incredible that people are wearing these shoes as they are. It's not a bad thing, by the way. I think it's amazing, you know, when you think of the Next Percent 2 was like the elite sort of hardcore racing shoe for so long, and people are now wearing it for training. It's mad. Could throw Alpha Fly in for goal pace. Well, yeah, I mean, if that works for you, I mean, crack on. If you're a Nike fan, but I would move away from Nike, to be honest with you. They're good, right? But there are other brands out there. Yeah, there are other brands out there. So you've got a lot of fast shoes there. I'd be looking for something a little bit more, you know. I would go probably something like a Super Blast or something, because you can get, you know, you can use your Next Percent 2s for like the faster stuff. Do you know what I mean? Or, you know, that's where I'd go. Last question. Evening 40. My daughter's just purchased her first pair of trainers. She wants to know your thoughts on the Rebel Fuel Cell 2. Izzy, you're my hero. Age 12, absolute legend. Fuel Cell V2. You're going to love those, kid. Absolutely love them. So well done, you. Woo! 45 minutes, guys. These shows are meant to be 30 minutes, by the way. Just a heads up. Don't worry about it. We got a lot to celebrate. We're off to Berlin, people. So if you didn't hear the news, I am off to Berlin with the guys at Skechers. Take a big shout out to those guys. Go to sketch.co.uk and get your Go Ride 11s. We also discussed the Boston 12, which is arguably the best shoe of the year so far. I spoke briefly about the New Balance SE Trainer version 2. Video will drop next week on that. Tomorrow, I'm putting out the Mac X first run feedback. I'm holding it up to the camera. I don't like the look of it, just as a heads up. I think maybe it's just the colorway. It just could be me. That drops tomorrow. We'll look out for Thursday. We've got the challenge video for Start Fitness, where I challenged them to kit me out for £100 in running gear. That'd be pretty cool to watch. And then Friday, we're not live Friday because I'm at Guns N' Roses. So we've got a pre-recorded show. Make sure you check that out. And then I'm doing a local Wear 10s, a 10-miler event on Sunday. So if anybody is local to Hertfordshire, I will be there on Sunday. And then we'll be back on Monday. I need to check dates because we've got some embargoed shoes. I don't know whether I can talk about them or not. So I better check them. And also let me know about Berlin now, whether we want to do a meet up, shake outy kind of thing, low key. Maybe we do something around that. So let me know as well. Yeah, maybe I'll put a poll out or something. I don't know. Or maybe we could just crash one of the brands that are doing one. We could just crash theirs. I don't know. Who knows? So much to look forward to. I'm just very, very lucky. Right, guys, that's enough from me. I'm going to look for the outro. So, yes, I shall see you guys on Monday. Again, thank you to everybody who's joined us live. Thank you to all the members of this YouTube channel. Like I said, you can join the channel and just support what we're doing here at 40 Runs. I really appreciate it. If you want to join the running club, go over to FORDY'S.com. And as always, you can check out all of our podcasts on your favorite podcast provider. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, 40 Runs, and remember to follow me on Instagram, 40_runs. Oh, and if you want to see somebody doing a very bad job on TikTok, we're also on there. Right, that's it from me, guys. I shall catch you later.